Hey there, Mr. Thayer from the Syracuse Academy of Science and Citizenship with a math lesson. We are looking at Module 1, Lesson 2. We're going to relate multiplication to the array model. All right? So basically the array model, we're going to go over, first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump right into vocabulary. We're going to understand what they are saying when they talk about an array, a row, or a column. Okay? So an array is just the word, just the big word for what the picture is or what the grouping is that you are going to work with. We have an array right here. We have an array full of circles right here. Okay? So an array is the picture, the grouping that you're working with. All right? You're going to see it in a lot of problems. I'm going to ask you a lot of those problems, but that's what we're asking for when we say an array. Okay? Two other things you're going to see. You're going to see the word row and the word column. Okay? The word row talks about groupings that go from left to right or they go across. Here is a row right here. This is a row right here. This is a row. That's a row. Okay? As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. We have 4 rows. Okay? We don't count them. We just look right across and we know that this right here all the way across is 1 row. All the way across is the 2nd row. All the way across is the 3rd row. All the way across is the 4th row. So we have 4 rows in this array. And rows go, let me write that a little bit better down here. And rows go across, like we said. Okay? Now we have columns. Columns are different. Columns go from top to bottom. They go from top to bottom, top to bottom, up and down. So here we have all the way down, that's 1 row. All the way down we have all the way down we have 1 column. All the way down we have 2 columns. Okay? So here we have 2 columns. So if we were to look at this array, an array talks about the picture. Here's the picture right here. This array is made up of 4 rows, okay, which we said 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's made up of 2 columns, 1, 2. Okay? So I want you to really understand array, row, and column. They are very important when we get into what we are looking for. Because what you're going to see is when we start doing stuff, we could take the rows, which is 4, and multiply them by the columns and get our multiplication answer here, 4 times 2. Okay? What you're going to see also, though, is sometimes they won't say the word column. They'll say groups, or they'll ask how many are in the groups. All right? So in this row, we know we have 2 in each row. So 4 rows with 2 in each. 4 times 2 equals 8. So just a very quick vocabulary lesson of what you need to look for with that. And I have 3 questions that I want to look at that are going to be similar to what you're going to see in the exit tickets. In the exit ticket, you're going to see a lot to do with rows and columns and stuff like that, and just understanding how many you have. Okay? So right here we have a simple array. I have an array of circles over here. All right, I have some questions to answer, and then what we're going to do is we're going to write the multiplication sentence down here to go along with it. So the first question is they want to know how many rows we have. Now we know rows go side to side. They go across. So right across here, that's 1 row. Right across here, 2 rows. Right across here, 3 rows. Okay, see how I did that? I just went right across and counted. I didn't count anything up. I just went, I know that all of that is 1 row. All of that is 2 rows. All of that is 3 rows. So in there, I'm going to put 3. Now, how many are in each row? Okay? How many are in each row? Let's check it out. So here's my row right here. I know that there are 2 in that row. There's 2 in that row. And there's 2 in that row. So in each row, we have 2. Okay? So I went there and I just counted them up. Okay? Or I could look at this in terms of columns. I could say that there's 2 columns. Okay? So I know I have 3 rows. First, let's break down the addition sentence. It's simple. Very simple. Okay? I could go 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6, because I know 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. All right. I could even go 3 plus 3 equals 6 if I wanted to, if I wanted to add that up. But the simple thing to do is multiply the rows, which is 3, times how many are in each row, which is 2. And 3 times 2 gives us 6. Okay, 3 times 2 gives us 6 right there. All right, see how we did that? We didn't have really much in there, but we broke it all down, and we learned that 3 times 2 equals 6. Okay, this is one of those things, again, it's practice. It's just doing everything and understanding what is being asked. Here's our second question here. We got rows. Rows is our first question. How many in each row? So let's take a look at the rows. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 rows. Okay. How many in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in each row, we know we have 4 in each row. Okay. And we could write that 4 plus 4 plus 4. And if we skip count by 4, we got 4, 8, and 12. Okay. If not, we could write a multiplication statement, which would be 3 times 4. So 3 rows with 4 in there. 3 times 4. We could go up here. We could just count these out if we didn't know our facts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or count by 4 is 4, 8. And that gives us 12. 3 times 4 equals 12. Okay? I'm not too worried about kind of the multiplication facts themselves right now. What I want you to make sure is we're understanding what we're counting for rows and how many in each row. I want you to get to this right here, that 3 times 4, because you're going to be asked to write a multiplication statement, and I want you to be able to understand 3 times 4. 3 rows of 4 is what's going to get you there, okay? Understanding that grouping and putting those things in there is very important, and it will really help with the math in terms of multiplication, all right? Here's a little bit different, okay? I have 3 circles, and I got items in each. I got triangles in each here. So they didn't really give us anything, okay? We could draw an array right here. We know we have 1, 2, 3. We got 3 groups with 3 in there. 3 groups with 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. We could do that. I just drew an array just using what we have here. Or we can make our multiplication sentence by going, we have 1, 2, we got 3 groups. Those circles represent our groups. We have 3 groups. Okay? And in each group we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So each group has 3. So 3 times 3. All right, we can count those all up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 times 3 equals 9. Okay? See how I did that? I took that grouping. I drew an array to make it easier if you needed to. But all I had was I had 3 groups, which represent the circles, and then 3 in each group. 3 times 3 equals 9. Okay? Head over to the exit ticket. Check it out. The exit ticket's going to have some questions where you're going to break down the groups. You are going to look at different items and just understand what the groupings are. What is being asked of you in the groupings, okay? Head over there. Take care of that. I will talk to you soon, and I will provide feedback for everything in the exit ticket section. Thanks.